Hey everybody, how you doing? It's your buddy Uncle Bruce here from Stock Markets with Bruce. I'm making this video here on Friday, December the 29th, the last trading day of the year for 2023. And I wanted to bring this video to your attention because I wanted to tell you one little thingy that's sort of coming up on my radar. Um, very quickly, and it's right here. Let me show you right there. Here's a chart. It's about SoFi. Okay, so here's a chart that is a 1 month chart on SoFi, and if you look way over here, you can tell at the beginning of December we were under $8 a share, and everybody knows that around the 13th 14th of December, whatever tax loss selling was going on was immediately halted because the stock took a shot much higher, and we broke through the 9 barrier very quickly, started to push the 950 barrier, and then finally we've been now pushing the $10 barrier. Okay, so at the moment right now, you see it here at 9.99, but I'm watching it right now at 9.94. We've got the last hour of trading left in the day. No big deal, or last few minutes. I wanted to give you a heads up on something that came across my screen. By the way, here's another chart of SoFi. It's a 1 year chart. You can see all the way from last January, we were under 5 a share, did nothing until May, June, and finally broke out in the summertime to hit the high of the year, which is 1170. There it is. And then backed off, and now we're coming on again. Okay, we're not hitting new highs by the end of this year. Okay, fair enough. Doesn't matter. What I want to tell you about is there was an interview today on CNBC, and if you go to YouTube, you'll find this interview. It was held with a guy named Malcolm Etheridge, Ethridge, Malcolm Etheridge. You want to check out that video. It's about, I don't know, a couple of minutes long. It's nothing too long. He talks about SoFi, how they're going to become profitable in 2024. That's what we've been talking about on my channel for the last year now. We know that in 2024, this is the year the company SoFi will be profitable for the first time ever, and they are a huge entity compared to what they were 2 years ago or 3 years ago when they first went public as a SPAC, and there's a lot of upside there. Okay, nothing new there. Why are you watching me, you ask? There's nothing new there. But there was something mentioned in this interview that I wanted to bring to your attention, and then there was something else I want to bring. So you stick around, just don't go away. Here we go. All right, so inside this interview, he talks about the possibility that there might be a deal with a very large entity out there that would like to offer retail banking type services to their customers. And he mentions Apple. Okay. I love the sound of that. I'm not saying it's a done deal. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I love it when independent analysts go, there could be a deal with Apple in 2024 and SoFi to partner up. And wow, my brain is exploding on that. That is legitimacy 101. But here's the thing I wanted to talk to you about, actually. Why could SoFi do even more, even better than just this situation? They're making money. They could have a huge partner like an Apple, maybe an Amazon, maybe a Google. Who knows? That would be fine, fine, fine. But I got one more thing to throw at you to have you think about. Okay. You remember this guy? Let me show you this guy's photo. You see that guy right there with the shorts? You know who that is? That's Ryan Cohen. Okay. Ryan Cohen is the CEO and chairman of the board of GameStop. He is the largest shareholder of GameStop. He started buying the stock when the shares were trading like look at this chart. Not a great chart to see, but this is from Yahoo Finance. Any of you can find this. This is from 2020. Back down here. There's August 2020, September 2020, October, November, December, and then 2021. Now look, the shares way back here were sitting under what this chart says under 250 share in the $1 level. The reality is this: the shares were trading back in the day, 4-for-1 split. So this price, I'm sorry, let's go back here. This price of $1, $1, $1.10 shares, $2, $1.50, you got to multiply it by 4. That was a $4 stock back in the day. I did a video about GameStop back in June of 2020 about how many shares were shorted on GameStop, and the shares were $4.80 a share at that time. Okay. Now, this chart, let's just go back to it. Just bear with me now. Just hang in there. We see the stock going up in September and October when the talk began about this short position becoming an issue. And I believe that Ryan Cohen, somewhere in here, you see these green bars? Those are up volume days. He started buying stock in GameStop, and he ended up with about 14% of the company. He became the single largest private individual holder of GameStop shares. He bought them on the open market, just went in there, just started buying up the stock, and he paid up to about $14 a share. That's when he stopped buying. This is pre-split. That's like paying $3.50 today. All right. He dropped $78 million, not even $80 million, to get 13-14% of the company. But what he effectively did was, by making that move, by taking all that stock into his account, he squeezed the available number of shares available to trade on a daily basis dramatically. All right. The rest is kind of history, but take a look here. This is the chart from December and January of 2020 and 2021. And then the shares took the big spike way up here, and they hit a high of $120 a share, which multiplied by 4 is $480. And then, of course, they backed off and they meandered along, and then they took off yet again. And I think this chart here shows both peaks. There's the original peak, the short squeeze peak, the shenanigans of Robinhood and everyone else, and then the recovery yet again, and then this move over here. Now, let me show you this chart. All right, it's a field of charts, but I'm still not finished telling you what I want to tell you. Check out this chart here. This is basically through 2020, and all the way through 2021, and you can see that massive rise at the very, very end of this chart. All right, now I want to drop the bombshell on you. Okay. You know, if you're following my channel a lot, you are aware that GameStop has $1.2 billion cash in its bank account, and that the board of directors has given Ryan Cohen the green light to invest that money as he sees fit on behalf of GameStop and its shareholders. Keep in mind, Ryan Cohen personally is worth about $4.5–5 billion himself. He was at one time, he may still be, the single largest private person shareholder of Apple, by the way. What a coinkydink. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, what if he were to take $1 billion and buy 100 million shares of Sofi stock? 100 million shares times $10 a share, $1 billion. He's got $1.2 billion to play with, just GameStop. If he bought some personally and he took GameStop money and bought a bunch more, or only GameStop money only, what would happen if 100 million shares of Sofi were to be acquired very quietly and just methodically? It could be happening as I am speaking to you. These shares are getting bought up by a cash buyer, GameStop. And what if the company, they're going to announce at the end of January, first ever quarter of profits. They're going to announce quarterly profits thereafter for the rest of the year and forever forward. And if they do sign a deal with an Apple or an Amazon or a Google or a Facebook or whoever, they sign some kind of a banking arrangement deal that brings in, I don't know how many hundreds of millions of potential customers towards SoFi and its banking systems. Mind-numbing. To me, I think the short squeeze alone, just the fact that GameStop would start buying up shares of SoFi, all this loose paper flying around, 100 million would quickly disappear. It would take probably 4, 5, 6 days, 2 weeks. It could be happening as I speak. I don't know. There's no guarantee on this. But I'm sitting here going, wow, if this were to happen and the shares caught a bit of a short squeeze wave and this good news that's coming down the pipe, what if the shares, as people are saying, jesting right now, the shares will go to $50 a share each? That would put GameStop, the corporation, take their billion odd dollars and turn it into $5 billion. Um, that would double the actual value of GameStop. Right now, GameStop's market capitalization is about $5 billion. If this billion turned into five or six, 1.2 into six, this company's worth $11 billion. The stock is a $35-40 stock. GameStop, huge impact. We've seen the movie before. There's the name of the movie I am talking about. We have seen this before, this kind of unbelievable, huge reaction from the public. Once they sniffed it out, they just went, oh, I'm getting in. SoFi has 800 odd million free trading stock. Yeah, we know. This thing could really trade heavily. Hundreds of millions of shares a day could change hands. If they were to put together a deal with Apple or someone like that, and they're announcing record, new profits every quarter, which is record money for these guys. What is the upside of these shares, and how quickly would people panic buy to get in? This is why I'm kind of curious about this. I wanted to wish you all a merry, happy New Year, happy holidays. It's the end of 2023. We start trading next Tuesday, in January for the new year. And here is a possible 2024 story that might be happening as we are sitting here. And the timing is so ironic that 3 years ago, or 4 years ago, in 2020 to 2021, all hell broke loose with GameStop shares. I'm wondering about the same happening here with SoFi shares. Food for thought. Happy holidays to all of you. Would love to see a chart like this on SoFi, wouldn't you? That would be kind of fun. We'll see what happens. In the meantime, all the best to all of you. Thanks for subscribing. Hit the thumbs up button for us. Join me Monday to Friday live, pre-market, 1 hour before the market opens up, 8:30 Eastern time until 10:30 Eastern time, Monday to Friday when markets are trading. I'm here. I'll be on next Tuesday, and we'll be following this story, to say the least. Don't forget about that video. Head on over to YouTube. Look up CNBC Malcolm Etheridge. Look up that video and just watch it for yourself. And it just got my wheels going. I'll tell you that right now. All right, kids, have a good one. Take care. Bye for now.